Where have you brought me, Father? I think I got it now.
Miss Huda, I know it's hard to hear this, but you have the right to know the truth.
I don't want to hear this anymore. I'm out of here. No, he left us. He left me. He doesn't get to.
Miss Huda, let me
Get out of
explain.
my way. I always knew you as a kind, loving man. Everyone admired you. Looked up to you. Was I wrong? So, what's your story? Maybe the apple didn't fall far from the tree. After all, I deserve this for what I've done.
There's one more thing you need to know, Miss Huda.
What do you mean? I have a brother.
His name is Mudin.
Muthan. What kind of name is that?
Well, hello everybody. A little bit of a different introduction this morning. Thank you all for joining us. I know this was not scheduled, but I'm very excited to be joined by Ahmed today. Thank you for joining us. Also, it is, as we were discussing off air, Ramadan, and we are holding Ahmed up from breaking his fast. So we're going to make this quick and fun and interesting, and then this poor man can go and have something to eat. But as you all saw, there is a fantastic new game coming out. I think I've spoken about this before, maybe a year or two ago. So Ahmed, the game is My Father Lied. Can you tell us a little bit about it? What's the plot? What inspired it? What's going on here?
It's called My Father Lied, and it's about a daughter who's trying to find the secret behind her father's 20 years disappearance, and her search led her to a place filled with Mesopotamian artifacts and history and some fictional history, which I created, but I also based it on Mesopotamian, 7,000 years of history, which is so related to past and modern history. So it's from the title, you can tell that it has an emotional story, and alongside of the story, I reveal Mesopotamian information, Mesopotamian puzzles, and it's like I said, it's inspired by all the Mesopotamian histories, the things that we we read through, like ancient, like Sumerian and even Assyrian and Babylonian. So it's not going to be, it's going to be in a different eras also. So that's why I'm really excited about it, because you don't find many games like that. Mostly when you think about Iraq, you think about war movies, but more war games. But I want to do something different with My Father Lied. So hopefully I can accomplish that.
I think you definitely will. I think this is the second game that I've seen that actually has Mesopotamian artifacts kind of taking a center stage, and the second game in a long gaming history. So that's an appalling deficit. I'm really glad you're here to start kind of tipping the scales on that one, especially when we think about how many games have classical influences and that kind of thing. So why did you choose Mesopotamia as kind of the background setting and your influence for the game?
Well, other than how rare it is, it's not there isn't many games like that. Mesopotamia itself it's where history started, so and that region was involved in most of the major events in the world. So I can always have inspiration from that place, and you can always relate it to something that happened during that time. That's why it was honestly easy and surprising that not so many people are doing that. Um, so, and also because I'm from Iraq, I wish to do something related from my region that doesn't involve shooting and wars. So that's why I want to do something like that. That's what inspired me to create a game related to Mesopotamia. Yeah.
Perfect. Can you give us a bit of background about the protagonist, Hudi? She's searching to uncover this secret of her father's.
Of course.
How
Yeah.
did she get here?
Her name is Huda, actually, and her real name is
Sorry.
Inhidwana. Her nickname is Huda. Her real name is Inhidwana. Her father named her after the oldest known writer in history. And how did she get there is after 20 years of separation from her father, she doesn't know what happened to him. She most probably think he's dead. Suddenly, it came to her that he was found, and he was found, dead 20 years later. And she finds out that he has another family and other stuff, and it doesn't feel right. So she starts to investigate what's happening. It leads her to a secret place, which is like some kind of a secret museum on top of a secret facility that has something weird happening. And that's where the Lovecraftian element goes into the story, actually, which is, the unknown, the fear of the unknown. It's not mainly a horror game, but it has this horror, let's say atmosphere. And she got there because she was trying to find out why her father has abandoned her, and it leads to more questions. It's like this Matryoshka toy or this Russian doll. When you open, you find another doll, and you open. So it's like that. The more you dig in, the more secrets you're gonna find, the more twists you're gonna find until until the end. When you realize, like at the end, when you realize, okay, it's not what you think.
Well, I'm very excited for this, and it's coming out, as the video said, in May of this year or next year.
This year, hopefully, if we get it's technically the game is finished. I just need it's only needs localization, which is like translation and voice acting. That's why I'm doing the Kickstarter, actually, just to try to do the localization to different languages as much as I can. Mainly, we have 3 languages: English, Arabic, and Chinese Mandarin. We want to expand to that, and hopefully, we can also have more voice actors in the game.
Excellent. So there's 3 days left on the Kickstarter campaign. You're just
Yes.
over, I believe, halfway there. What kinds of rewards can people receive for backing the project?
Oh, yeah. They can get the game, obviously, and thank you from me. Also, we have one of the awesome rewards is the Royal Game of Ur. We have a copy of that, and it's awesome. I love the Royal Game of Ur. Actually, we had this as an award for when we went to PAX Australia and Gamescom Asia in Singapore and Australia. And people try to finish the puzzle as fast as possible, and the winner gets the Royal Game of Ur. And it was amazing competition during that time. And now you get to have it, without breaking a sweat, hopefully. And of course, we have the art book for the game. The art is amazing. It's done by Dash. She's an amazing artist. And also we have this one is my favorite, honestly. It's a story puzzle book called My Father Promised. And I have a video about it. I'll see if I can share it with you later. It's how you can read the book while using your smartphone, because you have to scan some things and solve puzzles so you can go on through the story. And it's called My Father Promised. It's like a DLC, but it's in the book, So that's My Father Promised. You can get both the art book and the My Father Promised. You also have the chance to be a beta tester. You can test the game and play it before everyone else. And the best one is you can get all of them. It's the collector reward, which is you get the books and the Royal Game of Ur, and the game, of course, itself. So you can see the
There's
Royal Game
also,
of Ur,
for those who are as excited about this as I am, you can actually be a voice actor for the game, which honestly sounds fantastic.
yeah, the game has, the puzzles are fair. You can, like, people will not be stuck. Eventually they can solve them, but I have some very difficult puzzles for people who want a challenge, and if you solve them, you get my respect, and you'll get to hear secret messages and lore related to the place. So yeah, and the messages can be read by backers, people who can choose that. They can read those secret messages, which are interesting and mysterious. You can
Now,
imagine what they are. I'm sorry.
you said that you've taken this to gaming organizations and conventions. Can you tell us a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit about that?
Oh yeah, of course. It was really amazing, actually. Amazing experience. I wasn't able to attend in person in Australia, but my voice actress, the one who plays Huda, her name is Sagar Zada from Iran. She's the one who attended the event in my behalf, and it was really fun. People gather around to see. I mean, the art immediately pulled them in, but when they learn it's about Mesopotamia, I mean, it's strange to them to find puzzle game that shows Mesopotamia. So they love the concept, and I love that. And when I went to Singapore to show the game itself, I was interviewed there, and so many people played it. It was a really amazing experience, especially since they were competing to get the Royal Game of Ur. That was really fun for me during that time. It was one of my best experience, showing the game to the public and interacting with the people who hopefully in the future they're going to play the full game. It's unforgettable. That's all I can say.
It's really, really cool. Now, I had a personal question. If you don't manage to hit your Kickstarter goal, will you still be releasing the game, or are you going to be delaying that until you can get all of the different translations?
It's gonna be delayed, mainly for the voice acting and the art, and that's all. It's just gonna be delayed because the game, technically, all the 3D models, everything, all the areas is well designed. So it's all needs these small touches that will help the game be, look better. And honestly, it's like I said, there's not so many games about Mesopotamia out there. I want to try to make it as good as possible, hopefully. So there will be more games about Mesopotamia in the future. So hopefully, yeah, it's only going to be delayed. Hopefully not for too long, until I can, get funds enough to do the voice acting. If not, I will do it myself, but it will take longer time. That's all.
And this is a real labor of love for you. I know we've been communicating for a couple of years now, more than a couple of years. Gosh, 5 years maybe? I don't know.
I think so.
And I know this came up pretty early on in our email exchanges. How long have you been working on this one?
On this game, I think because I was doing it while I was learning how to make games, I started writing it when people approached me to write a story about a game. It was like 2021, but I didn't do anything. I didn't design. I just wrote the story, and when the team dismantled, they don't want to make a game. I went to I moved on, but this story stuck in my head. So 2022, I started to learn how to make games, and I think early, like when I really started to make this game, is 2023. Yeah, so it's about 2 years, 2.5 years, I'd say. Yeah.
2 years in the game making, but much longer for putting together the story
Of course,
itself.
yeah.
And
Of
I've
course.
been scrolling through some of the videos here so people can see the kinds of things that they get to explore. And I have to say, I love that you have these giant Lamasi colossi. They are amazing and wonderful. So yes, very excited that all of this is included. And this
one is
an actual sculpture, no?
No, this one is actually in Baghdad. It's a sculpture made by an artist. I forgot his name. I had to scan this actually. I scanned it and I fixed it in Blender in my 3D program. Even the writing doesn't make sense. I think it's called the Save Iraq Heritage Sculpture or something like that. It's, in Arabic, it makes more sense when you say it. So it's a sculpture of multiple hands. It's a creature with so many hands. It looks Lovecraftian also, holding this kind of cylinder, which preventing it from breaking. So it's like a symbolic, and it's in a room actually where it talks about cylinder seals. So yeah, it's fits where it is. Yeah.
It's perfect. Now, if people are interested, the Kickstarter is in the description for the video. You can also just Google "My Father Lied" Kickstarter, and it will throw it up. It's, I think, the first result you get, so it's super easy to find. We do have a question. Someone is asking if the sponsorship payments are in US dollars or Canadian. I believe they're Canadian. Is that
Yeah,
right?
Canadian. Yeah, Canadian. It's 10,000. The whole thing is 10,000 Canadian dollars, which is like $100 US, I think. I don't know.
roughly. So you can go there, you can read.
Sorry, Canada.
Oh, no. You can watch all of these fantastic videos and learn more about the project, and of course see all of the really, really cool backing rewards that you can choose from. I think the reward that gets you a copy of the game is under $20 US, which is an absolute bargain, in all honesty, for a game that looks, I mean, not only beautiful, but really, really intriguing. And frankly, it has cuneiform and Mesopotamian artifacts. And really, what more could you want from a video game that you've never been given before? So we are going to end right here. Ahmed, is there anything else you want to add before we say goodbye?
I mean, honestly, first of all, thank you if you're going to support my game. I mean, just spreading the word is more than enough for me. Thank you so much. And I'm really happy to, talk about my game and show my game. And hopefully, if you'd like, you can play the demo actually on Steam, and you can get a taste from the game, what kind of game it is. It's like an escape room kind of game where the stories unfold one puzzle at a time. So you can give it a try. If you like it, you can, support me on Kickstarter.
That's an excellent point. And I have actually played the demo. I played it last year, and it's so much fun. So definitely go to Steam, download the demo, give it a go, and then go to Kickstarter and back it. And as Ahmed said, and I am so bad at remembering to do this, whether or not you can afford to back it, please share it with anyone that you think would be interested. Put it on your social media, because really, if we just get a whole bunch of people giving the minimum amount, we can get it back so that it will be released in May, as Ahmed is aiming for, with all of the translations and all of the voice acting that they want to get done. I'm going to put up a little kind of gameplay trailer of climbing the ziggurat, which is amazing. I can't get over the fact that you can actually climb a ziggurat. It's a wonderful thing. So thank you all for joining us. Ahmed, again, thank you so much. This looks wonderful.
Oh, thank you. By the way, you cannot climb ziggurats right now. They closed it. I used to do that when I go to Iraq, but now they closed it. You can do that in my game now.
You can do it virtually, if not in real life.
Exactly.
Well, thank you again, and hopefully we'll have you back on at a later date to talk more about this.
I'd love to. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.